Hey guys, so I have a quick haul to share from the Ton. I'm actually going to attach this to some other stuff that I bought from the Ton in separate videos. These are two sets of stamps that I recently purchased. This one's called Easy Expressions Thanks, and this one is just Easy Expressions. So there's a lot of various ones on this one. She does have a couple of other sets which I didn't pick up. I may go back and get them. But what these are some I guess sentiment sets where they are two sheets really of sets. So you would have it's kind of like a layering stamp where you stamp this first, or you could stamp this first, whichever one you want to go to, and then you line up these little bar areas, this solid bar, this little dot, and then this bar down here with this other set. So you can line up your sentiments much easier and do them a lot faster. And you can do them in different colors. So like if you did this in the black, you could do this in some kind of coordinating color to your card, since this is the script, or vice versa. So that's how you would actually do the stamping for both of these. So you can see there's little bars and squares throughout the two layered stamps. And then she's got additional sentiments here. Now with the dies, it's a similar thing where you would again take the die, line it up to the bar on the top and the bottom, and then there's a circle here that you would line up to the stamp image, and then you can cut all of the sentiments at one time. So it's supposed to be a lot faster to do this, where you can just do all your sentiments at once. And I know there's not a lot of companies, but there's other companies that are doing this. I don't know that there's more companies that are doing it with the stamps. It is kind of a neat idea to make it a little bit faster for you to do sentiments. Because I know one of the hardest things is actually lining up a sentiment, especially when you have one sentiment and then you've got something else to go with it. And this is kind of nice because it's a script, so you have your mix of fonts. So I did purchase these two. This one's all thanks because I thought it would be nice to do some thank you cards. I'm so bad about making those types of cards because I'm always so busy making other specific cards like birthdays and, you know, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you know, that kind of thing. Christmas, or just caught up doing other things. And then this is the die set, I believe, for this stamp set, because it's got the two squares here at the top that you would line up on the stamped image, and you can die cut them all in one pass. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Keep watching if you're interested in some inks I've purchased. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back with just a small haul. This is an actual ink haul that I placed with the Ton stamps in their most recent release. So it's April, right? So they had a release, and she actually released, I want to say it was like 18 new ink colors. So I don't have her full size. Well, I do have one full size pad, but there's a reason behind that. I collect her minis, and so she had both the new full size, the minis, and the re-inkers released in her current release. So I picked up the mini, or the cubes as you would call them, and here's the colors. Here's the names, and I'll flip over to the colors, so you can just look at them yourself. And if you're interested, you can check her store out. It's the tonstamps.com, I believe is what it is. Is it on here? Let me see if it's on my receipt. I have ordered from her before. Of course, it's not on her receipt, but I'll put the link in the description box if anybody's looking for her store. So these are the colors. I don't know if she has a color grouping name, but you could see these are like warm colors, reds and pinks, wine colors. See, there's dolled up, bubblegum, cherry, and wine. And this next one is light oak, soft cream, whisper pink, and soft ash. These are very light in color. I don't know if you guys can get that. I'm going to do a swatch for them, and either I'll attach it to this video or I'll post it separately. This one is Evergreen, Honeydew, Raw Sea Glass, and Stormy Sea. So greens and a blue. And then this one is Vineyard, Matcha, Spring Salad, and Meadow. So you can tell these are greens. So yeah, there, like I said, there actually are additional ones, and the reason I didn't get those is because she's released them as sets of cubes as opposed to individuals. So I'm guessing she's waiting until she gets more colors added to the line to release the last set in the cubes. So yeah, I don't have them. I could just buy the re-inker and then use some empty Stampin' Up! Ink cubes that I have to fill them if I wanted to. And so I'll just show you briefly. This is how I store her inks. If you're wondering, I've shown this before. This is a Ferrero Rocher candy container. It's like either the lid or the bottom. I don't know which one. It's probably the bottom. And then I actually have two of them. This is the full set of her current inks right now. Well, before this new release. And you can see there's the one ink that I do have in a full size because I was curious about this particular color, which is rose gold. Rose gold bangle is what she calls it. And this one's been out of stock for a very long time. And I found somebody who was selling theirs. This is a pigment ink. It's not a dye ink, and I think most of these are dye. There are some hybrids in here, and I actually have put them on the label that I created. So because her old inks don't have that thing on the back like they do now apparently. So you could see she's got, these are all dye inks because it's on the label, but she wasn't doing that before. So there are some in here. I don't know specifically which one. I'd have to find it, is a hybrid ink, but there are some hybrid inks in here. This one is a pigment. She chooses her line of inks based on what she, you know, obviously gravitates towards in her store. But these should all fit in my current storage solution, which is just basically a candy tray that I had obtained because I was buying for, I think it was for Valentine's. And so the candies went all away. I kept the cases, and these will all fit in there now. But I do have two that I need to get, two colors I need to get, and they're both blues, I believe. They're somewhere in this range here. So I'm hoping those are released soon, either individually or another way. I'll just, if I get too tired of waiting, I'll just get a refill and re-ink a cube that I already have. That's, you know, just an empty pad. So anyway, that's my haul for now, and stay tuned for the swatches. All right, thanks for joining. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm back with my swatches for the Ton ink haul that I did. So what I have done is actually gone and swatched out the new colors that she had. And she has these downloadable files on her website. They are free, but you do have to add them to your cart and do the whole checkout process. So in the meantime, when I did do this, I did go ahead and purchase the re-inker refills for the 3 cubes that I did not purchase. And those were Moonlight, Deep Peony, and Periwinkle. Now, she has since released those in the cubes, so I guess she was just waiting for them from the manufacturer so that she could do a whole set. So there's 4 in the new set that she has. I had already purchased the re-inkers, and they had just arrived the day that she announced that she was releasing them. So I went ahead and put them into these ink spots. These are from Stampin' Up! You can buy these empty linen ink pad spots, and you can ink them with whatever re-inker you prefer. And like I said, these are a linen pad. These are not obviously the original ones she has. This is one of her colors that she's put out, and you can see again this is a linen pad too, so it should not be too much difference in performance because it's the same type of pad. So I just wrote with a Sharpie on the sides. I will probably, I don't know, maybe use my labeler to go through and relabel with some nice labels, but who knows. So those 3 I created ink pads for because I got impatient and couldn't wait to see when she was going to release these other colors that were part of the spring release. So these are the colors. As you can see on her full color swatch here, I only inked up the ones that were new. These are not existing colors. So Whisper Pink, Bubblegum Cherry, Honeydew, Raw Sea Glass, Evergreen, Vineyard, Meadow, Spring Salad, and then Soft Cream, Light Oak, Moonlight, which has a green tinge. I thought it was going to be more gray. Soft Ash, Periwinkle, Stormy Sea, Wine, which I don't know if she had a plum wine color before, but I might not have it. So I had realized I couldn't find the wine color, so I just struck out the plum. Dolled Up, and Deep Peony. And then, of course, I had to swatch them on the larger size too, because what I want to do is have a swatch chart for all the inks together, and then a swatch chart for my book, which has all of my dye inks in it. So there's actually 2 pages. These are the new colors, and you can see them a little bit larger than the other swatch chart. There's some really nice colors to fill in here. I see some similarities with some of the colors I already have, but I do have a lot of inks. If you guys are, you know, not crazy like I am and order a lot of ink, then, you know, this is a nice line to go with a lot of the stamps that she has out in her collection. I'm just a little crazier and like to have lots of color choices in case I'm looking for something. So this is how they're stamped out, and these are actually stamped out on Paper Tray Inks Stamper Select White, because that's what I typically use for my card making when I'm stamping. If it's going to be on a white cardstock, it's going to be this one because I like the quality of it. So you can kind of see the ones that I did last were these 3. Well, sorry, these 2 here, and the Deep Peony, and you can kind of see the ink was settled in. It does spread out. You stamp it, when you stamp it, it looks all blotchy, but it does spread out nicely onto the paper. And I do this, I use these stamps for 2 reasons. This one is what I use always for all my swatches, and partly because it's a rubber stamp from Prima, and it has words in it. So I can kind of see how this is going to react with the details that are in the stamp. You know, so I can kind of look at the ink and go, okay, well, it's not going to work out for what I want, or what have you. And then I do it the same thing. This is actually a stamp from the Stamp Market. It happens to fit inside the square that she has. And you can see it's got dots on one side, and it's got a full-on color block on the other side of the heart. So that's kind of the reason why I chose this stamp, because it has both a detail and then just a full-on coverage of color. So I can see what it's going to do. So that's kind of my thinking. But that's what I have for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.